Okay. So a few weeks ago, you had all received a notice of a uh, sort of a pygmy pyramid that had, out of nowhere, sprouted up uh, in the middle of a town. And the town at first, was very shocked, didn't really know what was going on. And shortly after, nothing was heard from the town again. Seems like all letters going out, all messengers who went in, everyone was lost. There's no communication. And so the government put together a call to arms for all adventurers of all shapes, sizes, and alignments to go research, find out what was happening, and put an end to it if possible. And so that is where our heroes are now, in a wagon, heading towards a small, unassuming town close to the mountains that pretty much just has a very compact pyramid that sprouted out in the middle of it. The four adventurers have maybe 5 minutes before they arrive at the scene, and therefore have some time to connect or talk to each other, as they all are seemingly pretty spooked by what's going on here.
Bad.
Who brought the goat?
Cat sitting in the wagon just sits there and cleans itself.
Oh, jeez.
So I guess that would be a good idea. Is first, how about you describe your character? And if you want, you can also give a little bit of an explanation for who they are, starting with the goat.
Obviously. Okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I'm a goat. I look like a goat.
Do you have like
There's really much
arms?
to it. Do I have arms?
Yeah, like how are you wielding anything?
I'm not. I got some
Okay.
horns.
Okay, good to know.
I don't really got much personality wise. I'm a goat.
Very fair.
Wow.
Does
That's
your goat speak common?
I understand common. Can't really speak very well. I'm a goat.
Very fluent in that. Okay, so now that we've understood the entirety of the goat, Day, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. Yeah, I think my character, Sad Bro, will be polishing his hide with some wood polish. Because he's a centaur, but he's been transformed entirely into what looks like a big wood ball jointed doll. And there's yeah. So like a construct but wood, and to be able to move, it's like ball joints kind of thing.
Okay, so he's kind of like one of those artist little like models that you like move around to get like the body shape.
Yeah, the wooden mannequin things.
Yeah.
And also, unfortunately, someone put his legs on backwards.
Oh.
And he hasn't been able to find anyone to fix it for him. So he's a bit clumsy.
Okay. Does he have to like travel backwards?
He's gotten the hang of traveling forwards, but it's still kind of awkward.
Understandable.
And he also, there's like a little window cut in the side, like kind of by his ribs, well, where there would be ribs. And like if you could look past the curtains, there's like a little family of squirrels living in there. So once in a while, you kind of hear a lot of chattering when they argue.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
Scott, you're up next.
Gary is he's a gnome. He's a necromancer, and he was banished from his home because he wouldn't stop resurrecting an army of giant squirrels who ate everyone's food.
That was their only crime.
That was his only crime.
Ah.
Every time they would clean the squirrels up, he would just bring them back because that's what he did. They didn't like that very much.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up of the local law enforcement.
Yeah. Other than that,
Okay.
he's not really very special.
Okay, and Omega.
Omega has embraced his character too much, and he is just a cat now.
Yeah, just licking my paws. Tom is a slightly big house cat. He's stands 3 foot tall. Got that lovely orange tiger striped coat. Nice big old shiny breastplate, and seems very aloof at the moment.
Okie dokie. So as everyone is sort of, getting ready for their encounter in this town, the wagon pulls up right beside what looks like the
Oh,
Rip.
Oh, okay. So was he talking that whole time, or
Looks like
Probably.
okay?
I assume that I went robot-y there.
No, you just completely
Went silent.
dropped off the face of the earth.
Okay.
That it looks
Oh.
like, and then nothing.
And everyone got kicked out. Very good.
Yeah,
Very fine.
sure do love Time Warner Cable.
Me too.
It's the best.
So yes, you all pull up in the wagon to the foot of what looks to be the oldest, dustiest, dirtiest, most classically pyramid. It's pretty well angled from all 4 sides, reaching the peak of the pyramid. Except for one corner, which just has like a wooden door. Kind of looks like the entrance to maybe like a shitty inn. Can I be heard?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Is there any shrubbery around?
There's a lot of shrubbery. In fact, the base of the pyramid on all 4 sides is completely overgrown with shrubbery, except for this one door.
I'm gonna go munch on it.
What
You munch on a lot of shrubbery.
What's the story behind the pseudo dragon?
He's just hanging around.
Okay.
Bah.
So 3 of you are currently just outside. You've been dropped off by the wagon, who seemed to pretty much hightail it out of there the second that he dropped you off. So you're just kind of standing around this door, which looks pretty new. It's like a nice black ebony, like ebony wood door, very well polished, except the frame of it, like the outside that kind of holds it, just looks like a bad bed and breakfast kind of entrance to a home.
Weird.
Is there a sign above the door?
There is a sign above the door that says pyramid.
Oh, pyramid.
Just pyramid.
Okay.
And it's done in like a really off font, sort of like Comic Sans.
Oh, jeez.
In undercase, no capital letters.
Should someone knock?
Yeah, that'd be the polite thing to do. Character's name is Juniper, not Sadbro, by the way. And he'll just go up to it and give it a nice sturdy knock.
A dirty knock.
Sturdy.
Oh, I thought you were giving it a dirty knock, and I was kind of confused as to what a dirty knock was.
I do got wood.
You knock on the door, and the door kind of resonates with the sheer sturdiness of the knock. You hear a voice come from the door, and it says, "All who enter shall perish, unless you know the true nature of the Riddler."
Yeah, I'm with Kevin.
Riddles.
So,
We see anything else?
are you looking for anything?
Yeah.
Like what are you looking for?
Any
Like, sorry, go ahead.
anything out of place? Writing scribbled on door frame.
You don't see anything on the door other than the sign. Although off in the distance from the corner of your eye, you think you see like a unicorn flying through the sky.
That's crazy. Can I make like an investigation check while I'm munching on the shrubs?
Just in general, investigating.
Yeah, just checking it out, you know.
Sure thing.
$13.
13. While sort of munching in the shrubs and investigating them, you find a smaller golden shrub behind the one that you were currently munching on.
I munch on it.
Roll a d8 for me.
7.
You are now 7 feet tall.
Oh, snap.
That may be a little bit of overkill, but yeah, you're pretty much like a horse now. You're a horse goat.
Impressive.
Somebody's gonna have to open the door.
I charge the door.
There is a doorknob.
All right, then I'm going to turn the doorknob and open the door.
The second you touch the doorknob, it screams, "No!"
Oh, jeez.
Well, I knocked.
You did.
Did it still open though, or?
No, as you were like midway through the turn, you felt something click and the knob wouldn't go any further.
Well, looks like we have a riddle we need to solve.
I'm gonna charge the door.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
All right. It would be 15.
15 hits.
Okay. And I actually have damage for this on my character sheet. Just a second. Okay. Where's that? There it is. So that's 4, but I I have a feat that lets me add an extra d4 damage if I charge over 20 feet before I hit something with my horn attack thing.
Okay, go ahead and add that.
So 6 total.
6 total.
Yeah.
Uh,
Blammo.
You charge into the door, and right before your horns connect, you pretty much just phase through it.
I figured out the riddle. I mean, bad.
I'm gonna just shrink you down for convenience sake, as
Okay.
you are now there.
Tom will press his paw through.
As his paw touches the ebony wood door, it is stopped by the presence of an ebony wood door.
I'm gonna tell my pseudo dragon to come inside.
Your pseudo dragon tries to come inside, but it is stopped by the force of an ebony wood door.
Aw, shucks.
I cast Firebolt at the door, or at least attempt.
It's gonna hit me.
You cast Firebolt at the door. Make an attack roll.
That's 23.
23. It goes right through the door.
Oh, jeez.
Roll for damage.
But
Oh no. Oh boy. Ten.
10. Okay, and make a dexterity saving throw, goat.
oh, shucks. Just a second. Nine.
9. Okay. You are just minding your own business, looking down the corridor, and a large burning sensation engulfs your rectum. You take 10 damage.
And I'm gonna start sprinting down the corridor in fear.
Okay. You sprint down the corridor. Can you give me another dexterity saving throw?
Okay, and sorry, how much damage was that?
10.
10.
Five.
5. The panel that you were running on kind of starts to slide forward as you kind of start to fall the panel kind of pivoting and dropping you into a pit with a bunch of spikes at the bottom. Let's see.
Huh.
Jeez. I think I killed our goat.
Okay.
Upon falling on the spikes, you take 8 damage and are currently stuck on spikes. The fall was only probably about 10 feet, so not too bad, but it was enough to, give you enough momentum to be quite hurt. The panel is currently midway. What's a good word? It's like it's parallel to the wall, if that makes sense.
Right. Huh.
Rip.
So. Meh.
Good reaction.
Not
Yeah.
even like a scream? Goats can scream.
Yeah, but I don't want to scare my grandparents.
Oh, your grandparent goats are with you?
Yeah. Can I
pretty cool.
try to get myself off the spike?
I am afraid, unless you're using magic, as a goat, you're gonna have a pretty tough time.
Will spider climb help me?
You a spider
I
goat?
guess, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna cast spider climb.
You cast spider climb, and for whatever reason, the second that your hoofs touch the wall of the pit, you just stick. So you start to maneuver yourself out of the pit and just walk out the side and make your way over.
Oh my god.
So,
Guess I'm gonna run at the door.
okay.
Get out of the way.
You run at the door. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Boy. Oh, good. Critical fail.
Okay.
Woo.
You take 6 damage as you just run full speed head first into a hard ebony wood door.
Bet you wish you had horns.
Well, I can always cast another firebolt.
Meh.
66.
Just gonna put it out there. That'd most likely kill me.
If you are Kevin, do you look back at all?
I mean, I'm more of a future-oriented kind of goat.
Okay. Well, if you did look back at any point, and you're welcome to, but if that's not in your character or whatever, there is a very large just handle with a note attached to it that you can see with your very good goat eyes. That just says pull only door.
Huh. I see. Alright, I'm going to... It's like a handle, like a switch or like a twisty handle?
It's just like a regular
Like a
bow
bar.
handle.
I see. So an Eldritch Blast probably wouldn't help me.
You never know.
Is your goat a warlock?
No comment.
Spider Warlock.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go over there and open the door then, or attempt to.
Okay. How are you? Oh, are you still spider climbing?
Presumably, let me see how long that lasts. Yeah, it's up to an hour, so I'm still
Okay. So you avoid the pit by just, goat walking on the wall. And you make it all the way back to the door. Upon which, if you bite it and pull it, it opens.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You bite it and you pull it open, and the door opens. As the party sees a bloody, burned goat on the other end.
Bleh.
The cat's gonna jump and startled at the door opening. Do a little.
Yeah.
Then cautiously walk into the hallway.
Bleh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
rub my forehead and also walk in.
I'm just gonna follow in quietly.
Okay. I assume the goat, again, spider climbs around the trap, which is very obvious for everyone there that there's a trap.
Yep.
Before he makes it across, Tom's going to run up and jump on his guessing side and ride him across as he goes.
Okay. Tom successfully does that.
I mean, I guess now I'm a pretty big goat, so that'll work.
It's true. We could probably almost all ride you across, except for
Yeah, I probably couldn't. How how big is the pit, like lengthwise?
It is only 5 feet across.
Oh, so I could probably jump it.
Yes, you can easily jump it.
Do I need to roll for that, or
No, you jump it.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I follow.
Okay. Y'all are now on the other side of the pit. And I guess now that everyone's in here, I should probably describe what the hallway looks like. For whatever reason, on either side of the hallway, the walls are sort of decorated with a iron lattice. So it kind of seems like something that you would do if there was going to be a lot of stress being put on the walls, but you're not exactly sure why. It also seems like there's a decent amount of woodwork hanging from the ceiling, various carvings that have sort of been strung up by probably just small strands of rope and swaying back and forth. The different carvings have all pretty much the same appearance of a bearded man, but of different sizes. So one's like just his like nose and eyes. One's his like full head. It's kind of confusing, but those are there hanging from the ceiling. And at the end of the hallway, you see a very large stone statue of a man sitting down on a chair and stroking his beard. Looks like the same guy that whose image is hanging from the ceiling in different places.
Bleh.
Thank you for your insight.
To the left of the statue, there is what looks to be another ebony wood door.
Tom's going to go up and hop up on the lap statue.
That you do. You are now sitting on the lap of the statue, And you hear something click.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Like a loud click or
A silent click. It's kind of like a.
what?
Meh.
I'm gonna jump down and try the door.
You try the door and it opens very easily. As it sort of swings forward, and you come face to face with quite a beautiful looking room, which would probably be a lot cooler if there weren't two mummies brandishing bronzed weapons looking right at you. Roll for initiative.
All of us or just the cat?
Everyone.
Okay.
17.
Rip.
6.
I got 15.
Okay. And what did the go get?
6. I put it in the thing.
Yeah, I'm Gary.
Okay.
No,
So
it's 2 hours. You had it.
Gary.
as Tom gets the jump on the mummies.
Going to pull out his rapier and stab at the closest one.
Okay.
Charge him.
Charge!
Putting a nice meow.
A valiant battle cry.
That is a critical 19.
Ah, right, because I assume he's a fighter.
Fighter, yep.
Okay.
Champion.
So you do in fact hit with a critical 19. So go ahead and roll double damage.
Uh, 10 damage.
10 damage. Let's see. Here we go. So you plunge your rapier into the belly of this mummy and kind of, shake it around a bit as bandages start to unravel at his stomach and dust begins to pour out a bit as it seems like he's slowly starting to lose his composure, although probably still has a bit of fight in him. His glowing red eyes making enough of a light to reflect off of the sort of dulled bronze sword he wields in his left hand.
Right.
And it is then going to go to Juniper.
Alrighty. Okay.
Can you get past the 7-foot goat?
Meh.
Oh. I don't know.
Meh.
I'm gonna have to try anyway. Nah, actually,
I'd say that you can make it into the room.
I might not have to. Actually, let me see.
I think usually going past an ally is just like difficult terrain.
Yep.
So it would just be double movement for that one square.
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward. And knock myself over, which is probably accurate.
He's clumsy, right?
Or clumsy, yeah. Backwards legs. Mom. Alright. I'm gonna go after Mom and cast.
Oh.
I'll do Earth Tremor. Foot radius.
Does it also hit allies?
Probably.
Okie dokie. Just making sure.
Probably.
Well, 10-foot radius. If I center it to where
Yeah,
you die from friendly
Round.
fire.
it's around me, though. Okay.
Oh yeah, then you can.
So that will hit everyone.
Yeah. Oh well.
But not me.
That's fine.
Meh.
That's readable.
It
Sound
won't
like
hit you.
Or Kevin.
That is true.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, it won't hit Kevin?
No, it should hit Kevin. Yeah, it absolutely.
Oh, will it hit my flying pseudo dragon?
Yeah. It actually, if your pseudo dragon is flying, then it probably wouldn't affect it. All Pokemon.
Yeah. Or if it was on your shoulder.
It's floating in front of me.
The mummy's saved.
Go to 14.
Well,
I rolled a 2.
Oh jeez.
Oh wait, was it dexterity?
Yeah.
So 5.
Ooh.
Hey, that's better than a 2.
well, not
Meh.
yet. So, let's see, 4. I don't know if I add anything to that actually.
Probably not. Normally with spells, you don't add anything to them.
Right. Yep. It's 4 bludgeoning damage and knocked prone.
I have advantage on effects that would knock me prone.
Okay, that's good.
Is the knocked prone thing still active if they saved?
I'm gonna say no. It just says on a failed save.
Yeah, so on a failed save, you would be knocked prone.
And do they take half damage?
I don't know. It doesn't say that in the spell explanation.
I'll go ahead and say that they do.
Okay. In the ground in that area, if it's loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared.
I get to a very difficult terrain.
There was a very nice sort of sandstone sculpture of a woman holding a bag of apples right in the middle here. However, with the tremors, it sort of collapses on itself, and the sand kind of gets everywhere. So that spot that I've marked is, in fact, difficult terrain. However, the sort of arched designs in the walls that kind of make them look like arched doorways, but there aren't actually doors. Those seem to hold the walls and the ceiling pretty well.
What an odd statue design.
Yeah.
Meh.
Okay, Kevin.
That should
Easy
complete.
with the slurs.
Oh.
Yeah, Kevin's a little bit racist.
What a bad goat.
Meh.
So does that end your turn, Day?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
That was 4 damage.
Yes.
4 damage, yeah. And you're knocked prone.
And you're a cat.
True.
Can't escape the truth.
So Gary, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and so move there and cast Firebolt at Dad.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Yep. Doo-doo. 20.
20 will hit. Roll for damage.
Yep. So 8.
8 damage to Dad as you see his bandages start to burn. And they would continue to burn all the way, except the sort of dust and dirt and sand that has sort of been kept in by the bandages starts to pour out, and quickly dust accumulates, and the fire is put out by just pretty much things shitting all over it.
Wow.
Very
Okay.
expertly worded.
Meh.
Gary. Or Kevin.
And is that going to end your turn?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. The pseudo dragon. No, sorry. Kevin. No, we skipped the pseudo dragon. So yeah, the pseudo dragon.
Okay, well, he's gonna fly in here. And he's gonna attack Dad.
Okay.
Let me just read up on his attack real fast. Alright, I'm gonna sting him.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
The critical.
That is in fact gonna hit.
So it is 1d4 plus 2 piercing, and it must succeed on a DC 11 con saving throw or become poisoned for an hour. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target falls unconscious for the same duration, or until it takes damage or another creature uses an action to shake it awake.
Okay. You go and you sting it, and while the stinger does damage, whatever poison effect that seemed to have followed along with it doesn't seem to take root.
Okay. Well, it's 11 damage with the critical and whatnot.
Okay. As it then goes to Kevin.
Alright. Kevin is just gonna hang back, and I'm gonna use my action to have my familiar attack. So I'm gonna
Okay.
do the same thing. 18 to hit.
Hits.
4 damage.
Okie dokie. Same thing happens.
Yeah.
And it is now the mummy's turn. The two of them are going to see sprawled cat and immediately lunge for it. Both of them reaching out simultaneously with their non-weapon hands and with their hands pretty much just trying to get them on the cat. And that will have advantage because you are prone. So the first attack will be a 22.
That hits.
The second one is a 19.
That hits.
Okay, so that will be... The first attack is 17 damage. As a mummy arm grabs sort of the scruff of the cat and pretty much just dark smoke begins to emanate from the hand and begins to engulf the cat as you hear hissing and lighter smoke starting to rapidly emerge from the back of Tom.
Bah.
The second attack is going to deal 18 damage.
Tom is unconscious.
Okay. So again, grabbing in the scruff, a similar thing happens, but this time, Tom vanishes within the smoke, and as the smoke dissipates, you just see dust on the floor.
Oh. I think he's more than unconscious.
Yeah.
Rip.
Meanwhile, Kevin, you hear kind of horse noises, as if like a horse was galloping in. And you quickly hear the door open at the end of the hallway as someone walks in.
Bah.
Kevin, man. Come on, dude.
So it will now go to Juniper.
Okay. Well, wasn't a cast healing word on the cat, but never mind.
It's going to take a lot more than that to
Yep.
put Tom back in action.
Sorry, cat. I think I'll cast Entangle on Mom.
Okay.
Bah.
Must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okie dokie. Mom rolled a fail.
Okay. Okay, so they're restrained by entangling plants until the spell ends, which lasts up to a minute as long as I can concentrate.
Okie dokie.
Bah.
Yep, and I think that's all I'm going to do.
Okie dokie. It then goes to the pseudo dragon.
Alright. I think it's soul stinger time again.
Okie dokie.
12 to hit.
12 will not hit.
Meh.
The stinger kind of goes into a bandaged area. However, all that happens when the stinger comes out is dust kind of pours out a bit.
Meh.
As it then goes to Gary.
Let's see. Which one of the mummies appears less injured?
Just from a very basic glance,
Yep.
Mom seems to be doing pretty well.
I mean, they both look dead, so they're mummies.
Fair point, Kevin.
Meh.
But mommy is currently entangled, correct? So I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on Dad.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Dad rolls I assume an 18 minus
Yeah.
1 will succeed.
Yeah. Okay. So that's my turn done.
Okie dokie. Kevin, in
Meh.
looking back at the door, you see a bald man kind of run towards you, and he states, or he kind of yells out, he's like, "I'm here to help!" And then he steps on the trap door, and then he falls down and dies.
Meh.
Wow, Kevin.
Alright, so pseudo dragon is gonna attack Dad.
Okay.
Well, that's a 6.
That will not hit, as again, sort of pulls at bandages, and bandages kind of furl a little bit, but not really much is done.
Alright, and then I'm gonna have old Senior Pseudo Dragon move over this way a little bit.
That will prompt an attack of opportunity.
Never mind. I'm just gonna leave old Pseudo Dragon there. I guess I'll have Kevin move up and look down in the pit.
You just see a bald, well-armored man, just impaled on spikes and bleeding out, although he does seem unconscious.
Bah.
Kevin.
If you keep doing this, Debbie, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. There are certain lines that you don't cross, even if you're such an awful character.
There are centaurs present. Respect, man.
It is now going to be the mummy's turn. One mummy is going to, well, Mom specifically, kind of reaches through the vines that have entangled her and reaches out and grabs onto the arm of Juniper. And again, you start to see this smoke. However, first we'll see if Mom is successful. Does a 13 hit Mom? 13 hit Juniper.
Let me look at my armor class. I think it's 14. Let me look. Oh, armor class 13. So yes.
Okay.
Rip.
as Juniper takes 27 damage from this black smoke that engulfs their arm. And as the smoke kind of fades away, the arm looks pretty scarred, and chunks are missing here and there. More of a sort of your arm rotted and kind of withered away, more than just like your arm decided to fling a few pieces off.
Okay, that's -3 health points. So
As well as your arm, disappearing, your body also disappears into dust.
what about the squirrels? Did they make it?
The squirrels come out of the body and they start eating at the ash. So now there's a family of squirrels in the room. Actually, currently, only animals are in the room, along with mummies. There are a few squirrels, and there's a pseudo dragon, and that's it.
Bah.
Well, what about Gary? Oh, he's not.
Yeah, Gary's not in there. Also, Gary's an animal. Oh,
Gary's
Gary,
not in it.
not Kevin. I mean, if you've seen Gary at the work office parties,
True.
could mistake him. But yeah, Gary's not in the room. So unfortunately, you sad bro is you ash bro.
No.
He was kind of hoping for that, to be honest.
It's actually interesting. So whereas the cat kind of became like organic dust, Juniper became sort of like a smoky pine like ash,
Like
which makes the room smell really good. Sort of reminds everyone of like barbecue, like a nice smoked beef or something like that. However, unfortunately, Juniper is not there to enjoy it. Dad turns to the pseudo dragon, upset with the copious amount of stinging, and grabs onto it, getting a 20 total to hit. And smoke sort of emanates from the tail as he does 22 damage to the pseudo dragon.
I have magic resistance.
It is not magic.
Oh. Pseudo dragon's dead.
The pseudo dragon
taco.
sort of just disappears into dust that kind of floats away through the corridor.
With one final bang.
The pseudo dragon was buying?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that part.
To be fair, I didn't make it clear. I was just kind of doing it.
And Gary notices, sort of as he's looking through the door, and pretty much everyone that he's entered with has now turned into dust, that out of the rubble beneath the statue of the woman holding the bag of apples, a figure kind of starts to emerge. And Omega, if you would like to both roll for initiative and describe your new character, who is crawling out of the rubble of a statue.
As another goat climbs out of the
So I got
statue.
19 for initiative.
That works perfectly.
A blonde-haired dwarf with a staff, leaves covering him,
Oh,
Modest.
emerges.
it's a little risque.
Yeah, we'll go with it. Just a fake leaf covering him.
I approve.
Me too.
So a naked dwarf with only a fig leaf.
Elf. What did I say,
Elf? I
No,
thought you
you
said
said
dwarf.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
sorry.
It's okay.
I've been playing Ulfgar too long.
Yeah.
I really
Elf.
enjoyed the very stout, stubby figure coming out, and it's just completely naked, like a la Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I was thinking Danny too. The
We can go
blonde
with
hair,
dwarf.
though.
We can go with dwarf. I'll just pull up different stats.
You know what? Just use the elf stats, but you're a dwarf.
Oh. Sounds good.
You're Danny
Oh.
DeVito race.
Yeah. As you sort of emerge, a little sweaty and oiled for whatever reason.
Glasses askew.
Ready to fight the two mummies that seem to be currently bewildered and looking at you.
Just going to in this chat.
If he said something about what he was doing, I did not hear it.
No, I haven't. Let me look at my spells quick.
Oh, gotcha. All good.
Shatter would be cool right about now. If only Michael was here.
You could bring him.
He is going to cast Thunderwave.
Ooh. I have to make dexterity saving throws, right?
Constitution saving throw. Half damage on fail or on save, and you're pushed 10 feet if you fail.
Okie dokie. So they're both going to roll, and they are both going to succeed with 18s.
Damage.
But they will take half damage.
Yep. Seven.
7 damage to each.
Well, I rolled 7, so half that. 3.
Oh. Okie dokie. An electric shock sort of rings out, and you see their bandages start to singe a bit as they turn towards you with, instead of shock, now anger, as their eyes glow even more red.
Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Okie dokie. Gary, it is now your turn.
Okay. Going to cast Magic Missile on Dad. Second level.
Okie dokie.
So that's 14 damage.
14 damage as each magic missile takes a large chunk out of that. And he's now starting to have holes both in his bandages and his body. And it seems like most of the loose dust that was sort of entrapped within the bandaging has fallen loose. And there's now kind of like pretty much enough sand to make like a small sand castle underneath him.
Wait.
And it is then going to go to Kevin.
Alright. Kevin's going to turn around. He's going to come running this way. And then I'm assuming we can be in the same square since he's tiny.
Sure.
Okay.
He can like ride your back.
Yeah. I'm going to get up in the doorway and with one mighty bah! I'm going to I'm going to send a magic missile at Dad. Or not
Okay.
magic missile, I'm going to send an Eldritch Blast at Dad.
Okay, roll the hit.
That's 21 to hit.
21 hits as sort of a black mist comes from your mouth and shoots out towards him.
7 damage.
7 damage as another sort of hole is punched in his coat of bandages and rotten flesh. And I assume that'll end your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. The two mummies that are there, Mum and Dad, I get it now, go and try and put their hands on the sweaty, naked dwarf in front of them, as they just cannot resist. Mom is a little more, unnerved than Dad, getting pretty hot and heavy there. She grabs and instead just gets oil as her hand slips and isn't able to make contact. Dad crits though. He really wants that naked dwarf body, and he's getting it. As he places his hand on sort of the greased up shoulder, and you just see a lot of dust and smoke and dark energy coming off. That is going to be a total of 40 damage.
Go on.
And immediately the naked dwarf turns into dust. He was too pure for the world and needed to be contained in his most prime condition.
I'm not sure he was even real.
I know, it's like a dream.
And like a phoenix from the ashes, another character seems to rise, but not out of the statue, but instead kind of this wall right here. There was kind of a like stone lump, and the stone lump starts to remove itself from the wall as dust and stone starts to fall off of it, and eventually there is a figure there. And Day, if you'd like to introduce and roll for initiative.
Okay. Yeah, it actually is just a mushroom that pops out of the ground. And grows into the size of a person. It's
Kevin likes mushrooms.
yeah. Oh, well, human-sized mushroom?
I'm a pretty big goat.
Oh, God. Bright blue.
Also,
not now. Jeez.
from behind where the trap was, you see sort of a bloody-looking figure crawl out. Omega, if you'd like to roll for initiative and describe your next character.
I got 10 for initiative. And
This is eventually just going to turn into a character building improv session.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Getting there.
16.
Okie dokie. And would you like to describe yourself just a tiny bit? Like, are you a 10-foot tall human in like a full tuxedo and like top hat?
We'll go elf this time. Kind of short for an elf, but definitely pointed ears. Big old bow. Like flaming orange hair.
Must be a Weasley.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. This elf with a fiery red hair and a pretty good-looking bow just crawls out of the trap in the floor and kind of dusts themselves off and gets ready to, fight. I assume.
Hopefully survives more than one round of combat.
Yeah. Of course, I pull up the mushroom and it has, like, all of its cool spore effects do not work on undead at all. Like, man,
Yeah.
why are people to hallucinate?
Oh, I probably should have. Here, okay.
Bah.
For now, you're a bear, Omega.
Oh,
I mean,
And
some people are into bears.
definitely.
True.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, right. Fig Leaf Dwarf is dead.
his name
And
was Figus.
Oh, Figus is dead, and from his place, a new contender comes, and that's whose turn it is.
Boy. So there. Immediately just draws the bow and shoots an arrow right at Dad.
Bah.
You may have to move a bit to get into range.
Aren't I here? Oh, I'm the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one says Omega. And right there. And we'll
Shoot at Dad. Okay.
Shoot
Go
at
ahead and make your attack roll.
the roll was a 17.
That will hit.
And does 9 damage.
9 damage as arrowhead sort of pierces through the leg of Dad, who now has only one leg and is starting to topple over. Not looking very good. Mom also seems to have shrunk a sizable amount. As it is then the turn of the mushroom person.
Okay, so where am I?
You are currently Belle.
Okay.
Next to the bear.
Right in front of the hungry goat.
Oh, okay. Where are my? Here we go. The mushroom is going to take a short sword.
Fair. I mean, that's what most mushrooms do, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Only the special kinds.
Yeah, very special. And go up to Dad and go to stab it. Or
Okay.
you know what? I don't know how big a short sword is. I mean, yeah, just stab. I don't know if I could actually hack off a limb.
You stab into Dad. Go ahead and roll.
$17 to hit.
17 hits. And you stab right through the head of Dad, which falls off. And Dad's bandages, for whatever reason, seem to all have been connected at the head of Dad, as all of them sort of come undone, and he just slowly melts into dust. You see a few souls fly out of his body as they kind of look down at you and say, "Thank you for releasing us."
And then I swallow them.
No.
You would have to be pretty fast, but I'll let you do it as a bonus action on your turn.
All right.
I suddenly don't like Kevin anymore.
I know. Kevin is the worst.
Bleh.
Kevin!
As Mushroom is your turnover.
Yes.
It then goes to Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Bleh.
Yeah, I heard that, Kevin. Let's see. I'm going to cast Create Bonfire underneath Mom.
Okay. And I believe since Mom is still restrained, that's going to be at disadvantage. It won't matter because the lowest that Mom rolled was a 17 minus 1.
Okay. So no damage. But there is a bonfire there.
Also, it seems like the overgrowth that kept Mom in place is starting to burn off.
Okay.
Okay.
That's probably a problem.
Might be. Although, because it is directly touching her, she is going to take 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah. Seems fair.
And it is then going to go to Kevin.
Bleh.
I'll touch
All
it.
right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast Mom.
Okay, you'll have to go into the room in order to be able to see her.
And I can fit through the door fine and everything.
What? You can fit through the door, yeah.
Just a really tall crowd.
So go ahead and make your attack roll.
14.
14 will hit.
Bleh. Oh, 2 damage.
2 damage. As you just make a little dent in her bandages. Also, if you want to eat those souls, you'll have to be in that same spot that Dad died. Okay, and with your bonus action, you kind of jump up and nab 2 of the 5 souls,
Bleh.
munching them as they scream in horror.
Do I get any HP?
No. You start to feel more evil.
I'm not.
Alright.
Okay.
We had advantage on Mom that whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, restrained, entangle.
Huh.
I didn't
I
even
don't
think
know if
about it.
I don't think anyone missed mom though, so
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
could have had a crit though.
Yeah. Um.
But speaking of mom, it is now her turn as she looks over at Kevin, seeing that he swallowed 2 souls, and looks at him enviously as she tries to grab on to his horn.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a 9 to hit.
Misses.
It misses. She's going to follow up with a scream.
Okay.
And that she just screams. That's it.
At the same time she screams, I'm drowning her out with a
She screams back even louder.
and I just keep up the bleat, you know what I'm saying?
You drop the bleat. As it then goes to our new elf friend.
I'm going to shoot Mom.
Okie dokie.
Such a weird thing to say. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be okay for a second.
Were you successful in shooting mom?
I believe so. 22.
22 hits.
And 10 damage.
10 damage. You rip through the stomach of mom as this time a ceremonial urn kind of drops out from her stomach and she screams. Out from the ceremonial urn pour a few carvings of what look like naked men.
It's Vegas.
So, do we just find an ancient mummy's porn stash?
Pretty much.
Right on.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay, it then goes to Gary. No, sorry, Mushroom.
All right, the mushroom is going to pull out a bow and go to shoot mom too.
Okay.
Ah, 6.
Mom, very enraged that her porn stash was just dislocated from her stomach. She screams and dodges the arrow.
Mushroom looks very disappointed,
Mm.
and that's it.
Okie dokie. It then goes to Gary.
Move up here. And cast a spell.
What spell are you gonna cast, Gary?
I'm gonna go with Firebolt again.
Okie dokie.
That seemed somewhat successful before, so 13.
13 will just hit.
Okay. Ten damage.
10 damage as the bandages light a flame. and she screams even louder. However, this time the fire isn't going out, and it's slowly spreading to the rest of her body. It looks like she'll be given out pretty soon here.
Also, I believe she hasn't moved, so she's still standing in a bonfire.
True. When it becomes her turn, she will have to save.
Righteous.
Is it safe to say it then goes to Kevin?
Yeah. Goat bleed.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna point blank Eldritch Blaster.
Okie dokie. Again, sort of a dark mist is expunged from your mouth.
Critical fail.
As instead you kind of like burp and swing your head to the side as a instead of the blast hitting Mom, the blast hits the wall, and you kind of poop yourself.
I mean, I feel like pretty normal for a goat.
But it's eldritch poop, so you take 2 damage.
Damn.
Eldritch poop.
I take 2 damage, or Mushroom takes 2 damage. She's standing
No.
behind me.
No, it's eldritch poop on your intestines, so
Well,
I see.
you're not feeling too great.
sphincter was scorched
Scorched
by fire.
I took 2 damage.
Yeah, you took 2 eldritch poop damage.
Taco Bell.
It's not looking good for old Kevin. I'm not down yet, but not looking great.
I assume it then goes to Mom.
I guess so.
Okay, Mom is going to first save. She does not save. Roll for the fire damage.
Okie dokie.
She takes 40 damage. GG.
8 damage.
8 damage. Mom is not looking good.
Is she looking as bad as Kevin or worse? 'Cause, I mean, he's a
Looking just as bad as Kevin.
terrible guy.
So bad that she erupts into flames and then dies.
Damn.
To be fair, that's almost as bad as Kevin.
Leaving behind her more carvings of naked men.
Damn.
Bleh.
Could any of them have been dead?
One looks somewhat like Dad.
Did any souls come out of her?
I would say that 13 souls came out of her.
I'm gonna munch as many as I can.
Roll a dexterity check.
Ten.
10?
Yeah.
You get 1 soul.
Munch, munch, munch.
I'm
Bleh.
You feel even more evil,
Yum.
and you take a point of psychic damage. As,
Oh, no.
Your mind starts to be overcome with the personality of what seems to be a very flamboyant butcher who was murdered by his son and then fed to a mummy.
Bleh.
Wishing well.
That is a very strange turn of events to have happened to anyone.
Yeah, it was quite dramatic.
Damn.
So yeah, you are all now just standing in this room.
Bleh.
Right next to Mushroom is another what seems to be a closed ebony door.
Well, Kevin, you had a lot of luck with the last closed ebony door.
Bleh.
Right.
I'm gonna charge it.
Okay.
Boom.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
14.
14. So you're gonna take.
No.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you kind of ram into this door, which is more solid than anything that you really have ever run into. Also, it has a lot of carvings on it, so it kind of just hits your forehead as opposed to your horns.
I'm unconscious.
Oh, wow.
You all see, and by you all, I mean everyone except for Kevin, now sees 3 souls. One looks like a butcher. The other 2 look to be like burlesque dancers. And they all begin to stab at Kevin until his body kind of just melts into the floor and disappears.
Bleh.
Mushroom nods.
You hear sort of a bah as a spirit flies off into the distance.
Bleh.
Well, that may have been the strangest companion I've ever had. I would say he will be missed, but I'm not even sure what just happened. So,
From the door, I mean, you see, I shouldn't say from the door. You see the door open, and from it walks in a figure. If you would like to describe your new character, Debbie.
Bleh.
Another goat pops out from behind the door.
oh wow.
Bleh.
So I guess
Thought we were done.
How many goat characters do you have, Debbie?
Just 2 for now.
Okay.
By the way, we now have 2 Garys in the party as well.
good.
Oh boy.
Is it spelled the same?
No.
1 less R. So the door has opened to reveal what seems to be like a waiting room. There's a sofa with cushions, a lamp, as well as like a little coffee table with some magazines on it.
Well, that's unusual.
Okay. Is that the next room, or is that just where characters
Oh,
are
that's
coming from?
that's the next room.
Oh, okay.
And on the other side is another ebony wooden door. Very sturdy.
I'm gonna walk into the room. And
You walk into the room.
I'm
I
gonna
would-
flop down on the sofa.
That you do. It's very comfortable. You kind of sink right in.
I'm going to look around, specifically looking at the magazines.
They seem to all be dental hygiene magazines.
Well, that's terrifying. We are in a dentist's office in a pyramid.
Bleh.
Be the scariest dungeon I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Do
That
I
doesn't
hear
make
anything?
Bleh.
You hear very shallow breathing,
Oh boy.
kind of right from behind your ear.
Meh.
I'm going to pull out my dagger and jab it into the cushion next to me as I stand up.
Make an attack roll.
It's Horace Slughorn.
10? 12.
12. It bounces off the cushion, and you hear a voice say, "Hey, that's not cool."
Neither's breathing down someone's neck.
Meh.
I mean, fair, but you're kind of sitting on me here. What am I supposed to do?
Should have said something.
Oh, well, I apologize. I'm a little shy, okay?
But you're the couch in a waiting room.
That was a crime. I mean, yeah, but not a lot of people come through here. It's mostly just, mom and dad.
I'm gonna start munching on the arm of the couch.
Hey, don't do that.
Munch, munch, munch,
I'm gonna attack you if you keep doing that.
munch.
Uh,
I'm gonna bop the goat in the nose.
Meh.
he says, "Thank you." Anyways, if you go on through, there should be someone who can help you. There will be 2 doors that are locked. Never seen anyone open them. Apparently, there's like some code or something you need. I don't know. Anyways, and then there's like the hallway, and you just go down the hallway, and there'll be 2 more doors, and you can go in either one. But anyways, there'll be someone at the end of the hallway that can help you.
Help us how?
That's a good question.
Yeah? Do you
I
have
mean,
a good answer?
I just assume that everyone's here for the same thing.
And
What do you
everyone here for?
Yeah, what do you assume that is?
Getting their teeth cleaned.
Uh-huh.
Meh.
We just lost two friends in the other room, so
Oh, mom and dad are dead? I mean, I guess they were already dead.
Well, they're powdered now.
Oh, well, I mean, their teeth are, pretty good now. No cavities or anything.
okay.
Can I insight check the couch? See
Sure.
if he's lying.
What a ridiculous statement to make aloud.
Oh.
Hello?
I'm still.
You okay there?
17.
17. The couch believes what it's saying,
Oh,
whether or not it's true.
I stand up and go. Well, thank you. You were quite comfortable to sit on.
Well, I try my best.
I ask, what was your name?
Oh, my name's Sandy.
Sandy the sofa.
That's a really catchy name. I've always been, Sandy the comfy bench that,
Meh.
Gary,
I don't understand what he's saying.
you don't want to. He's worse than Kevin.
Who's Kevin?
Meh.
Such an aggressive bleat.
Oh, well, anyways, yeah, no, if I see Kevin, I'll send him over.
Yeah, you probably won't, but thanks.
No problem. By the way, you know what the deal with like all of the like shaking and stuff was earlier? I had to, clean up a few of the magazines.
No,
Huh.
Nope.
That's weird.
didn't feel anything like that. That is
Must have
strange.
been the locals again playing pranks on us. Just because we're a dentist's office that, popped up in the middle of a town doesn't mean gives you the right to, mess with us.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely not. All right, well, we're gonna go get our teeth cleaned.
Sweet. Well, if you like it and you want to come again, feel free. Or if you don't come again, but you liked it and you want to leave a review, we'd appreciate it. 5 stars. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah,
You guys on
definitely.
Yelp?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the like crowdsourced wizard thing, right? Where they all like connect and like the louder they yell means it's good, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
I thought that one was Google Plus.
Oh, you may be thinking of the thing
FaceTime.
where it's everyone kind of gets into like a room with a really large cone and they scream into it.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Anyways, I don't really understand technology these days. All of those smart wizards over in Silicon Valley.
Silicon. Sounds
Yeah.
like the best convention ever.
Thanks again, Sandy.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Real helpful.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you ever need to read a magazine and need something to sit on, I'm here.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna go try the door.
The door opens.
Oh, I'm going to walk through.
I'm going to follow him.
You are now in what looks to be a pretty modern hallway. None of the regular architecture that there was there before. Sort of like the old ancient pyramid kind of architecture. The walls are completely painted white, and there's like a bluish carpet on the floor. And there seem to be 2 white painted doors. There are 3 white painted doors in the hallway. The one you just came out of was the like black ebony.
Okay.
I'm gonna try the door right across from the one we just walked through.
You touch the doorknob, and the doorknob reverses.
Like it goes into the door. Right?
Yeah,
It reverses.
the doorknob reverses.
What is that? Can
Like
you
it
describe
spins
that?
in my hand?
It flips. So
Like
now
it goes inside?
you're holding like the butt of the doorknob, while the knob of the doorknob is like connected to the door.
Oh, so it's a handle one, not an actual knob.
No, it's a knob. The knob like magically like flips. It inverts. If that makes sense.
Yep, I got it.
It flips on like a y-axis.
I'm gonna start munching the carpet, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You try to munch at the carpet, and an alarm goes off.
No carpet munchers allowed here.
The like signal screams out, "Gary, stop munching on our carpets! No back talk."
The alarm system knows Gary well.
Can I think the mushroom is gonna start shaking and little spores come out towards Gary, and Gary has to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or be stunned. There you go, Gary. The goat one.
Let's call Scott Gary Gary now.
Okay.
We only got a 9.
I mean, you could just call him by his last name, but
Then you're stunned.
Bleh.
Spores. So you can shut up for a minute.
only a minute.
Well, it didn't say I have a limit. Let's see. Brew. Oh, no, I need a long rest. Oh well. It was worth it.
Do I see anything around the white door?
You
Like
see a button. You
Button.
see like a red acrylic button.
I'm gonna push it.
Oh, jeez.
You push it, and a magical voice is thrown out, and it says, "To get the door back to how it was, a single riddle answer you must. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?"
Where is the riddle coming from? Like, where is it emanating? From the button?
It's from the button, yeah.
You're a button.
Time.
Bleh.
The answer is time. The more time you take. Oh.
Wait, what? What was the riddle again?
The more you take, the more you leave behind.
Food, you know what I'm saying?
Also, you're a
Ow.
goat.
Yeah.
Hey,
Also, Gary's just tripping balls from those mushroom spores.
Oh.
He just out of it,
He tripped so hard he learned to come.
basically.
Oh.
The mushroom just kind of shrugs.
Hmm.
I wonder how smart I am.
This is annoying because I'm supposed to be very smart, given that I'm a wizard.
You're only as smart as the person playing the character, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, Debbie. I will remember that.
Bleh.
I know this one too. But bugs me. Oh.
You know it as in like you know the answer, or like it's on the tip of your tongue.
On the tip of my tongue. Like, it's one of the stupid ones my kids tell me all the time.
Oh, I know it, but I don't think my character would.
The button speaks back and says, "Hey, I like this riddle. I don't think it's stupid."
Going to.
Well, if you're so smart, what's the answer?
Is it a footstep? Footsteps?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, that's it.
Bleh.
The handle reverses, so it's
Is-
now back to what it was originally.
Is it still in my hand? Remember if I let go.
Did either?
Your hand, which had reversed, is now back to normal and is still on the knob. I probably should have
Classic.
mentioned that.
Would have added some urgency to answering it.
I turned the knob.
You turn the knob and you open the door to find a small room with nothing in it other than a chair. And on the other side of the chair, another door.
I'm gonna call in the room. Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Um. Do you know what's beyond that next door?
Oh, I'm just the sofa that stays in here. I don't really know what's beyond much of anything.
Do you get many visitors?
Oh, well, you know how people are with getting their teeth clean. They don't like it, so no. By the
That's a
way,
real shame.
just to clarify, the sofa from the other room is talking, not the chair. And
Oh,
Oh, of course.
yeah. Do I notice anything else in the room? Like another button to push on the other door?
no, there's just the chair there, and there is the door, which you have yet to try.
All right.
Because we're terrified of what might be behind it.
I'm just gonna walk across the room and try to open the next door.
The door won't budge.
Is there another riddle? Is there a button?
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Nothing happens. You hear the sofa say, I think the room behind the room that's locked with the riddle is also locked with the riddle. Although from what I've heard, there's no button there. It's something you kind of have to figure out on your own. Although I don't know what the answer was to the riddle.
So, footsteps?
Was that the answer of the first riddle?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm just gonna walk around the room over and over and over again.
You
Great,
keep
great.
walking around the chair.
Oh. Am I leaving footprints?
No, you are on carpet.
Ooh. I'm gonna walk into the room and start munching on the carpet.
Another alarm goes off.
I'm gonna pop Gary on the nose again.
Bleh.
The mushroom will go in there too.
Does mushroom have a name?
Nope.
Mushroom.
Right on.
My character's name is emergency character number 1.
Ah, what an
Identity.
exotic name.
I'm going to sit down in the chair.
You sit down in the chair and the door opens.
Overthinking.
I'm gonna walk through the door.
Inside is a very large bucket with a lot of gold.
Useful.
I'm gonna start munching on the gold.
I am gonna run in and punch Gary in the nose.
Okay, Gary, you take 1 damage.
Oh, shucks.
And I'm going to take the bucket away.
The bucket is extremely heavy. And on the top of the gold, on the top of the bucket, is a note that says 40,000 gold.
Holy shit.
That's good eating right there.
A lot of gold.
And it's all gold coins, no platinum or anything.
All gold coins. Although you see a button on the side of the bucket.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
gee.
push the button.
You push the button, and the gold coins start to rumble as the bucket was originally a quarter of the way filled. Now it is half of the way filled, as all the gold coins are now silver coins and have been duplicated.
I'm gonna press it again.
The bucket fills all the way to the brim, as there are now copper coins.
I'll push it one more time.
And boom, socks.
It turns into a very elaborate diamond sculpture of an ear.
Wow.
I whisper in the ear.
What do you whisper?
Bah.
The diamond ear shatters with the reverberation.
Good job, Gary.
That mean there's like a bunch of little pieces of diamonds now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna collect the diamond shards.
That's why we can't have anything nice, Gary.
You collect the diamond shards.
Oh, wow. Is it worth about 40,000 diamond or 40,000 gold in diamond dust?
You're not extremely proficient with
Diamond
being able
exchange rate.
to. Yeah.
I am. How much is it? I'm just kidding.
Especially when the diamonds aren't like, cut diamonds. It's just like a bunch of like diamond fragments and shards.
Is the bucket still there?
The bucket's still there.
Maybe put the diamond shards in there and push the button again. See what happens.
Sure.
It turns into two very dense opal spheres.
There we go.
I'm gonna take the opal spears out. I'm gonna stick the bucket on Gary's head and push the button.
50 pieces of gold come out, and Gary is gone.
Suck it, Gary. You've munched your last carpet.
Mushroom nods in approval.
Sorry, Debbie.
I'm so sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
That was 50 gold.
Yeah.
Does the gold have a little impression of a goat head on it or anything?
No, but they're like carpet fibers that are stuck in like each piece of gold.
Wow.
Well,
I'm gonna hold on to that bucket.
Okie dokie.
That seems incredibly valuable and powerful.
it only works on goats.
That's fine. Still very useful then.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You start to hear some hacking and coughing coming from the waiting room as you hear the sofa go, oh, hairball, and it spits out what looks like a humanoid kind of figure. As Debbie, would you like to introduce your new character who is emerging from a mimic couch mouth?
Alright.
And hopefully not a goat.
No, he's a goblin. But he normally has like a giant badger that he rides around. Did that come with him, or is it just a goblin?
You come out, and then a badger is spit out.
Alright. And I don't think. Oh, okay. My goblin's wearing leather armor, so I'm at least clothed.
Okie dokie.
Goblins, to be honest. Nothing.
Are you saying we should try the bucket out on the goblin?
What?
Let's see if the goblin's useful first.
Let's try that on the badger first.
Is there
I
anything else?
should probably get a figure in. 1 second.
No, it was just the bucket. Also some like storage area. So there's like some cleaning supplies and like a mop and a bucket. Like a different bucket.
No buttons on it.
It's one of those yellow ones with the mop attachment.
Yeah.
Wait, which you had a question because they got carpet.
Yeah. Maybe they have some tile later on.
Yeah, it could be a bathroom somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back into the hallway and start walking down it.
Okay. You see 2 white doors to your left and in front of you.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I'm also gonna follow him.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna get on my giant badger and we're gonna ride together into the hallway.
I'm gonna
Okay.
knock on this front door. So then
Someone opens it. It seems to be a human who's dressed in kind of raggedy clothes. And it's like, what do you need?
what do you got?
Huh?
What do you have?
Oh, I mean, this is the office kitchen.
Yeah. So what do you got?
And you look inside and you see like a stove and like an eating area. And sitting at the eating area are like 9 or 10 humans. All in raggedy kind of clothing.
What's today's special?
Oh, I mean, this is kind of an area where you make yourself
Oh,
food, something that you bought and you brought to work. It's not really that considerate if you're taking other people's food because they probably bought it for themselves, Just
Yeah.
proper workplace etiquette.
True.
yeah, don't steal other people's yogurts in the fridge.
Yeah. I mean, I got like at least 5 Greek yogurts in there that, I'd really be upset if someone took them.
Why do you need 5 Greek yogurts?
Oh, I mean, sometimes you just really need yogurt.
Pretty stressful job here.
Oh, well, dealing with teeth, never a fun time.
True. True.
Who's your boss?
Oh, well, you mean our, like, supervisor
Supervisor.
or our boss?
Both.
Well, our supervisor, really not that good at his job. The second he sees anyone, he tries to kill him. So pretty much we just avoid our supervisor. Our boss is a little more lenient, though. As long as we don't go into his office, he doesn't kill us.
Bah.
Why is there a goat?
It's a really excellent question, considering the goat vanished earlier.
Oh, there's a goat running around here that vanished? Maybe got into the ventilation system.
Maybe it stole somebody's Greek yogurt and is punished now.
Oh, well, I hope it is punished, because no one gets away with stealing Greek yogurt around here.
Yeah, I believe it.
Especially not if you tell Chad, and then Chad finds them and kills them.
Chad sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, Chad's our supervisor.
Do you know where he's located at the moment?
Oh, yeah, he's in the door to your left. If you go in there, he's in his office, which is kind of a buffer zone before, the boss's area.
Right on. Say, what do you guys make here?
In the
Money-wise.
kitchen? Food?
Money.
Oh,
Money-wise.
money? Mostly we just get some good healthcare benefits. Some they pay off our homes, and all that.
Pretty hostile work environment, though.
Oh yeah, but
But
yeah.
you enjoy what you do?
No, we kind of all hate it. We're just here because it's good healthcare.
Yeah.
And with the boss going around trying to kill people all the time, healthcare, you kind of need it.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. That's one of the reasons I took this job in the first place was because the supervisor tried to kill me a few times. Wasn't even working here.
That's how they get people to work for them.
I guess so.
A lucrative business model. I like it.
Where do you see patients?
Oh, we have. Oh, come over here. And he sort of beckons you into the kitchen.
Well, I don't follow.
He shows you a cupboard that's pretty large, and he's like, the patient goes in here, and there's kind of a false door on the back of that. It sort of bypasses the supervisor. He doesn't know about it. He just thinks that we don't get any patients, but we do. We kind of see him behind his back, and then we kind of go to the operating room / cleaning room, all that sort of multi-purpose room. And we do all the teeth cleaning and dental stuff back there.
Wow.
I'm gonna climb through the little door that he's talking about.
You climb through the door and you find yourself in a medium-sized tiled room with like a chair that's on a swivel and seems to be able to recline. And there's like a light hanging from the ceiling that looks somewhat possibly, or it's possible to manipulate it. And then there's also like a few tables with metal cleaning tools on them.
I'm gonna get in the chair.
You get in the chair and he's like, "Are you here for an appointment?"
Bah.
You are a goblin.
He's like, "I'm sorry, I don't deal with goat impersonators here.
Bah.
I'm not a bigot or anything, but just my family."
A goat killed your father.
That's closer to the truth than I wish it was.
Is your
Terrible.
father a goat?
My
And didn't
father
love
is
you?
my father is a goat serial killer, and he spanked me as a child. So
Bah.
the two of those things kind of came together, and I don't know why, but now I just
Why
can't
does
really
the goblin...
deal with
can bleed?
goats.
Can we address that? Really quick?
What?
Why does the goblin speak in bleeds?
Because he was raised by goats.
Aw.
And yet he's riding a badger.
What is
Yeah.
this fascination with ghosts?
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind.
Are you Scottish? Oh,
Bah.
never mind.
One of the people who is eating kind of looks up and is like, "Daryl, you didn't just let him into the dentist room, did you?" And Daryl goes, "Yeah, why?" And it's like, "Today was the day that they're going to be dropping the boulder into the dentist room." As a boulder drops into the dentist room, and you hear a splat.
Bah.
Oh, Debbie.
I was getting ready to stab him in the back or something.
Everyone kind of at first is like, "Oh no," and then they're
No.
like, "That didn't seem too important."
Well, I didn't have any other characters prepared. So I guess I'm gonna play the badger now.
Oh no.
Yeah, the badger wasn't in there, so
Badger was also raised by goats.
wait,
You-
did you say today was the boulder in the dentist room? It's also the boulder in the hallway. Oh no! As a boulder comes down and kills the badger.
Let's see how fast
it-
Debbie can
it-
make a character.
It didn't get to say that because it was already crushed by the boulder.
Oh.
Did it roll down the hallway, Indiana Jones style?
Yes, it did.
Into like a boulder receptacle at the end of the hall.
Of course. And they kind of look over and they're like, I know this kind of seems weird, but our boss is kind of like that. We used to have a lot of ant problems, and instead of calling an exterminator, he's like, "Oh, we got this. I got this under control." And so we just started dropping boulders down the hall and into different rooms. And so now it's sort of just like a monthly routine, just to check
did
for
that-
ants.
Did that do anything for the ants? Were
Oh,
they
it
really
killed-
big? Or
It killed them all.
it must have been some pretty big ants.
Oh no, the ants had ant attractants, and so the ants willingly went to their deaths. It was a humane way of doing it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Anyways, and one of them's like, "So what are you doing here?"
Oh,
It's a great
we were-
question.
we were sent to see your supervisor.
Oh well, why don't I join you, Debbie? That's your new character.
All right.
Yeah, we're from corporate.
So wait, I'm a cook now.
No, you're just an office employee, but you're still level 3.
All right.
You got proficiency in filing and alphabetizing. And
You're a
phone
warlock.
sarcasm.
I'm a warlock.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Your patron is a filing cabinet
Okay.
that it opens up to give you assignments.
I'm cool with that.
So yeah, you could probably use Kevin's stats if you wanted to.
Okay.
Just that is fun goat horn ability, or the bleeding.
As you say that, the office employee just starts randomly bleeding.
Damn. I guess we go in to visit the supervisor.
Yep.
Okay. You head over to visit the supervisor, who seems to be a undead. Sorry, not undead. A zombie beholder. Roll for initiative.
That is absolutely terrifying.
It has multiple eyes to check out a bunch of people working at the same time.
I got a 9.
I also have a 9.
Oh, good. The supervisor got a 10.
I got a 5.
And Gary is now
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's the name of the office employee, by the way.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So Tyrannosaurus Rex, you're first.
All right.
This is your character model, by the way. Squither.
Okay. I guess I'll get T-Rex out of here then. Alrighty. I'm gonna come in right there up close and personal.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him. Wha-pow.
Okie dokie.
Seven, 17, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
10 damage.
10 damage as you blast one of the eye stalks of the beholder zombie.
With one mighty bah!
For whatever reason, yes.
I'm like Batman. I use my worst fear as my greatest weapon.
Your greatest fear is goats.
Yeah.
Respectable. As it then goes to the office manager, who looks at his employee, basically, and says, "You need to be supervised." As one of his eye stock beams, and shoots a beam at you. I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw.
Can I use Persuasion?
And is there a tree?
There is a tree, but you cannot use Persuasion.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to take...
Oh geez.
You're going to take 30 damage as lightning shoots out of its eyes and shocks you.
Will old T-Rex is down.
Tyrannosaurus Rex turns into ash as another office employee rushes out to join the revolution.
La Revolution.
Rip.
Alright. Well,
And they will take the spot of Tyrannosaurus Rex. As it then goes to this person's name is Cindy. As it then goes to Gary.
Is there any way that I can get line of sight on this thing without going into the room?
You can try and sneak by it and like sort of slip by and get behind it, but you would be next to it, so I guess no.
Bit of a sticky. I'm gonna skip my turn.
Wait for everyone else to go.
Pretty much.
Okay. Elf, it is now your turn.
There's a wall there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, actually, if you go to the corner of the that 5-foot square, I'd say you'd have line of sight. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and shoot over the mushroom.
You shoot over the mushroom at the beholder. Roll.
$15?
15 hits as you kind of spear an eye stalk.
Seven damage.
7 damage. It seems like so the eye stalk was previously hit by an Eldritch Blast, and now it seems to be out of commission
Excellent.
as it's now just been like completely fucked.
And
How many remain?
Too many.
I'm going to rest of my movement and move back against this wall.
Okie dokie.
And in that,
Sounds good to me. We'll then go with Mushroom.
Mushroom's also going to use a bow, try to hit. Uh, 20. Not natural, obviously.
Non-natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. You hit.
Uh, 5 damage.
5 damage. You hit the exact same stock, which now the eyeball falls off the stock, but the stock is kind of just limping there now. And he says, I don't like that.
Damn. Get told.
Don't do it again, or otherwise you'll be demoted.
And Mushroom telepathically says, I don't even work here.
Oh. That's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Are you customers? You're looking to get your teeth cleaned?
Mushroom like opens its mouth and it doesn't have teeth. Kind of like a
We can
kind of material, like
do implants. I mean, I just assumed you were all my employees and you were slacking off. Although I guess now that I think about it, I just killed the one that was slacking off, and the rest of you are, probably customers.
There is still one of your employees with us.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta kill him, but if you're okay with that, then
I
I'll let you
charge.
through. Okay. Cindy doesn't want to have the same fate as Tyrannosaurus Rex and charges in to take action.
I'm gonna swing at it with a sword.
Cindy, no!
Okie dokie.
You had so much more to live for.
13.
13 will hit.
Two damage.
2 damage. You kind of slice off a bit of the stock that was limping.
Where's our low level?
Also, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but haha, 69.
Okay. Well, I mostly did that because I gotta go fairly soon, so this has to be my last character.
Okay.
Cindy, you don't have anything to live for.
Basically. The healthcare wasn't worth it.
With that, it's then going to go to the beholder, who is going to look at you, and you're going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
And before natural 20. No, it's probably like a 16 or a 17.
He looks at you and he says, "You must be reprimanded." And an eyeball shoots out that is basically just like a gigantic laser beam of fire.
I'm a fire in my laser.
As 51 damage is dealt to you. And you
Alright.
immediately disintegrate.
I'm barely bloodied. What are you talking about? No.
Oh, sorry, your doesn't even scratch you.
Yeah. Cindy is God.
Terminated.
Cindy is actually like the boss in one of those undercover boss things.
Yeah. And now she's your guys' fight. Bet you wish you had Kevin now. He's back.
So yes, Cindy erupts into ashes, and the beholder says, "Well, I can get you set up with the accountants over here. They can, make a plan for y'all, and then we can get you into the room and operate on y'all."
Mushroom nods. Kind of liking the idea of a big set of pearly whites.
Scott, where did your character go? Oh, he's in a
Hiding, being
in a
so
pile.
Real small.
He's tiny.
So takes you through all the way. Says, "This is the accountant. Meatball apparently is his name. Never named him, but you know."
You're welcome, by
And
the way.
apparently, my name is Butter, according to this name tag I have on.
Well, on that note, I think you're gonna sign off for the night.
Okay.
You guys are
Night,
welcome
Debbie.
for all the names.
Wait,
Thanks.
Wow.
Night.
Good night.
Night. So anyways, yeah, Meatball will take care of you, and I'm gonna go back to my office.
how big is Butter?
And Butter's about the size of a inflatable beach ball.
How big was that bucket?
Big enough to fit a beach ball.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Butter. Can you come take a look in this bucket that we found? There's
Oh,
something
yeah,
in the
of course.
bottom.
And Butter flies into the bucket.
I pushed the button.
1,000 gold seems to appear in the bucket, and you end up dropping the bucket because it's extremely heavy.
Wow. Beholders are only worth 1,000 gold. TIL.
I'm just gonna dump all the gold out.
And
Okay.
says, "So you're paying up front then?"
Yeah.
And says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna have to verify this with the boss if you want to head up there and talk to him, and then I can, bring up the paperwork."
Is it just through this next door?
Oh yeah, right there, in here. There's a little bit of a puzzle you have to solve, but I'm sure y'all will figure it out. If you need any help, just talk to me.
Oh, wow.
I would like to mention that Meatball is a undead ogre.
Oh,
Good.
I'm gonna hand the bucket back to Gary.
Okay.
Sorry, I took the bucket.
It's okay. It worked out. Go through the door.
You go through the door, and there's a naked man pooping on the floor.
Like
I walk back
picture
out of
or-
the door.
No, it's an actual
actual man.
actual
So-
man pooping on the floor.
It's all yours, Mr. L. who thus far has no name.
I'm going to turn around and go, our friend is here for some implants. Can you help us out with that?
And the man's like, yeah, sorry. I'll just be a second.
Take your time, take your time.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, don't forget state law requires you to wash your hands before you go back to work.
He's like, oh, fuck state law. But yeah, I'll wash my hands anyways.
Well, I mean, it is a mushroom, so I mean, you probably could get away with that. I mean, good fertilizer.
Yeah.
Nods like enthusiastically.
So, you all just have like a mushroom with you?
What is the mushroom's name?
Mushroom.
Doesn't have a name.
It's a really
That's-
big mushroom.
That's pretty cool. Just is that your like friend or something?
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's complicated.
Understandable.
Mushroom.
Gone through a lot of friends today, so.
Well,
Most of
you
them
know
were
how it
goats.
is at the dentist's office, you know.
Yeah,
You leave, but at what cost?
true. Are you you at all familiar with Mom and Dad?
Oh yeah, they're the children of the boss actually.
They're kind of jerks.
Oh yeah, he spoiled them a bit.
Yeah. How's that poop coming along?
Oh, it's coming just fine. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no problem.
Actually, I just need a wipe now.
What, no bidet?
Oh no, nothing fancy like that. And you kind of just look in, and he's just shitting on the carpet. It's not like he has any setup there.
Not even a bucket.
No bucket. And he's like, he looks out and he sees the bucket you have, and he's like, I'm pretty sure that's the toilet bucket.
No,
When you push the button, it turns the poop into gold.
no, not this one.
Oh, okay.
You push the button on this, and everything in it turns into rattlesnakes. Wouldn't want to
Oh.
poop into that.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, my mistake. I mean, we have a similar bucket, but you know, it turns things into gold.
Yeah, that would be a lot more useful, probably, than this one.
Oh yeah, probably.
Mushroom
So,
actually creeps closer.
Creeps closer to him.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I guess I'm done now.
Fun
This
fact
end up
about
weird.
mushrooms. Mushrooms breathe oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, just like us.
And he's like, well, thanks for the fun fact.
Yeah, anytime.
And he says, I think I have a spare bucket around here somewhere. And you see him open up like a little hatch on the side of the room that he's in. And he pulls out a very small pail. And he flips it over on top of his poop and the toilet paper that he kind of just threw on the floor. And then he presses the button. And there just seems to be now 4 hot dogs on the floor. And he says, I much prefer the gold, but, you know, hot dogs will do.
Wow.
Y'all want any hot dogs?
No,
Uh,
I'm good.
I'm good.
What about the mushroom?
Shake the head. No.
I would have preferred the poop.
Yeah. Kind of sad that the poop's gone.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Anyways, if y'all want to come in here, I can take you all up.
Is there a riddle we're supposed to answer?
Oh, kind of. It has to do with hot dogs, but we don't really have to go through it.
All right.
Just step on in here, and we can head up.
The ogre-looking fellow mentioned there was gonna be a puzzle.
Yeah. About hot
Yeah,
dogs,
the hot dogs. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Is it the one with hot dogs come in packs of 8 and hot dog buns come in packs of 12?
No, actually, here. And he picks up the hot dogs from the floor, and he points to 4 holes in the wall. And he said, "You just have to put hot dogs in the holes."
Oh no.
Kind of a weird puzzle because most people don't have hot dogs on them.
Oh no.
But anyways, and he puts each hot dog in each hole, and he's like, "Okay." And then you just press this button here because this entire room is kind of just like a bucket. And he presses it, and you all instantaneously teleport.
Oh.
Says, "We're here."
Okay. Where is here?
We're in the top floor of the pyramid,
Oh, okay.
boss's office.
Is the boss the only one allowed to do the implants, or?
Oh,
We needed approval.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Payment approval.
Right.
If you're paying in a sum more than 500 gold, has to be verified by him.
Naturally.
Well, we left 1,000 gold with Meatball.
Right. He'll be bringing it up later.
Okay. Do we just go in then, or do you come with
Yeah.
us?
I'll just walk in.
I'm going to knock on the door and then open it slowly.
You see a mummy lord at his desk. The carpet is shag carpeting, and he seems to have a lot of photographs from his earlier days. A few of him at like music festivals, and you sort of notice that the office is a little uncleanly. Like crumbs stuck in the carpet. And he's wearing sort of psychedelic glasses. He's like, "Hey, come in."
Oh, and I go, hi, our friend's here for some implants. Oh, that's a cool photo. Is that the Grateful Dead?
Oh yeah, how you listen to him a lot? Fun fact, I actually was the one that raised him from the dead. They were pretty grateful about it, and that's how the band name came about.
Seems legit.
So, our friend, paid in cash downstairs. We just need approval now, or?
Oh yeah, Meatball will be coming up pretty soon with the the legal documents, making sure everything's okay with insurance and all that.
Oh, so having a good day.
Oh yeah, it would really suck if someone put the hot dog bucket over my head and then turned me into hot dogs. But at the same time, I wonder how many hot dogs would I turn into. So it's one of those days.
Yeah. Well, hey, you wanna try on this cool hat? And I
Oh
hold
yeah,
out
sure. That's like the Devo hat, right?
yeah.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He puts the bucket on his head.
I quickly push the button.
The room instantaneously fills with gold.
Oh, no.
And you all die.
Wow.
Well,
Rip, Gary.
And your next characters arrive at the scene, only to find an entire, not an entire, pretty much just ruins everywhere. The pyramid burst open,
Oh, no.
destroying the town, and there's just gold everywhere. So your next characters are practically millionaires as you scavenge the gold.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Mummy Lords are worth a lot of money, apparently.
Yeah, although you get no experience because you didn't do anything.
I mean, we destroyed the Mummy Lord.
You can buy that, right?
Your characters that died destroyed
Oh,
the
right.
Mummy Lord.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Wow.
But yeah, no, you could probably buy that.
Bottled experience.
Bottled experience, yeah. Trade
It's
with
like
like a
Red Bull.
villager.
And
Gives
start
you weight.
stacking coins, making little walls and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full Donald Duck and
Scrooge
swim
McDuck?
through it. Scrooge McDuck, yeah. Swim in it. Cool guys don't look good at explosions.
Cool guys don't role play Scrooge McDuck.
Damn.
Better than a bunch of goats.
True.
Damn. I hope Debbie doesn't listen to this.
Oh,
Debbie just felt that burn from wherever he is right now.
So did Kevin and Gary
Yeah.
and the beaver.
Badger.
Badger.
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It still bleated like a goat.
Everything he did bleeded like a goat.
Oh my god.
Which is just bizarre.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to have joke characters, so it's fine.
True.
It is.
True. I mean, it fits with the theme.
And yeah, I think that's the entire one shot, unless y'all want to go into what you do with the million gold.
I'm not sure that would be family appropriate.
Also, I don't know what any of y'all's new characters are.
What did
We're
I
mysterious millionaires.
Yeah.
character left actually?
I had 3 pretty great characters. Let's see.
I'd have to quickly roll another one. Again.
That like Adonis dwarf elf to come back.
Oh, the beautiful Danny DeVito. You actually, so only 2 of you arrive, and you see
Oh, no.
sort of this naked Danny DeVito crawling out of the pile of gold. And it's like the grease from the gold has like rubbed off all over him, and it's like there's just like black grease on him.
Why
And
was
he's
there
like,
grease on the gold?
who knows? But there was, and
Sure, well.
he kind of just like slides down.
Very
So
slippery.
yeah, there you go, Omega. That's you're Danny DeVito again.
My next
Biggest
character was
DeVito.
called Turk Turtleson. He
Oh.
had 21 AC.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
That was the wizard?
was
No.
he a
This-
turtle?
He is he's a fighter. He is a Goliath fighter. And his armor is like a giant metal turtle shell.
Oh,
That's awesome.
You know what you could have done if you wanted? You could have just made your own turtle race that has, like, for whatever reason, +6 AC.
Yeah. My final character was a true homebrew. It was I think it was like a Nephilim or something.
Is that like a heffalump or a woozle?
It's like an angel, I think, or it's supposed to be like an angel,
Interesting.
but it just had a shit ton of wisdom,
Nice.
which suited it being a cleric really well.
Very cool.
Yeah. 17 total.
Nice. My next one was a cleric too.
Yeah, I thought it'd probably be a good idea to bring like tanky healer characters after my first mage character.
Mine was the drow that is scared of the dark,
Ooh.
and she's a
Yeah.
light cleric. That is, well, kind of gimmicky, but I'm
Thematic.
attached to her.
Yeah, thematic and fun.
Yeah, the good kind of gimmicky,
Yeah.
not the goat kind.
Damn.
Poor little wooden centaur.
I really like that idea of like a centaur who, for whatever reason, had their legs on backwards. Or their torso on backwards.
Yeah, and I had the idea that like if he lost a limb, like a bowling pin could be attached, and
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
I could develop him more because there's gonna be more with the squirrel family. They were like rednecks.
Oh
They talk?
no. I mean they're still alive.
Yeah,
Although I guess now they're dead.
yeah, they're buried in gold.
We killed the squirrels.
You also killed the entire like innocent workplace.
Well, I mean, how innocent could they be? They worked for a beholder and a mummy lord.
They just want the healthcare.
Too bad.
And then I think the rest of my characters are just I brought Nana back because I'm sure we'll never get to play in that region of Draufnor again.
Yeah.
That region of Drothmore was lost to a great fire.
It was lost to a great fire of everything was slightly rewritten.
Yeah.
What a strange name for a fire.
There was also a small gnome mage that set said fire.
Oh yeah.
For no apparent reason.
Yeah, he was the famous random McArsonist.
And Draufnor too, huh?
Yeah, it seems like they have deep ties everywhere.
His tyranny knows no bounds.
Damn gnomes.
You just can't trust them.
No, I mean Nana was a gnome, but she was kind of going insane.
Yeah, see? Can't trust them.
No.
Grow old and get crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then set things on fire for no reason.
Yeah. That tis the life of the gnome.
Yeah, I think her style was more singing you to death with dissonant whispers and
Ah, yes.
rich blasts. And
Oh, warlocks.
yep.
I'm sad you didn't bring the character who is what was it, like a fish?
Oh, yeah.
A goldfish who is a scion who controls a body of water to operate like a human.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone had that as a homebrew character in a campaign, and the DM didn't allow it, and I thought it was hilarious.
I also like the idea of the swarm of quippers that swam fast enough to maintain a center of gravity for water so they could be in a gigantic hamster ball. Just roll around.
Get everybody wet.
Yeah, get everyone wet. But if they got enough quippers after breeding enough, they could have a hard wall of quippers, and so they could just run people over.
Nice.
That's pretty great. They're like piranhas, right?
Yeah, basically.
Legit.
Instead of running people over, they could have the normal wall, except have it open up, engulf the person, and then close behind them, encased in the watery mass.
Oh.
And then eaten by the piranhas.
Having
Someone,
tactics.
yeah, I'm surprised no one tried to take up the role of Sir Barrington.
Sir Barry. Oh yeah. The best.
Is that where it's actually literally a bear?
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
just so good at convincing everyone else that he's not a bear that no one knows.
I mean, that's pretty good.
High charisma.
It's like the iconic Dungeon and Dragons green text.
I like the luchador one too. Tiberius or whatever.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember it 100%. There's the one too that's really emotional about the evil orc or ogre that finds a cursed sword, which was the not cursed sword, but the magic sword of a paladin who is a very good paladin, and the paladin was pretty much trapped inside the sword, so the paladin manipulates the ogre into being a good person.
That sounds really cool, actually.
It's it's a long story, and I don't think it was an actual I don't think it actually came out of a game, but I think it was just more of lore crafting for a villain.
Oh.
But it was still very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy's not a guy. He's just a bear.
False. Well, I am going to close out the tabletop though.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, that was really fun.
Yeah, that was a good thing. And it seems like I don't want to jinx it too loudly, but it seems like my internet now is almost good enough to where I could host again.
Ooh.
I mean, not actually host. I'd have to have someone else host, but you know what I mean. Do it the way I did before. It seemed to work pretty good. So.
Good.
I found an interesting workaround on how to convince T-Mobile that I'm not tethering, even though I am, and thus route all of my traffic to the internet as though it's coming from a phone instead of not a phone.
Wow. Yeah, you sound really good today. No, robots and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I even stress tested it. I loaded a YouTube video while we were playing, and it worked. So,
Damn.
and I
Wow.
didn't have. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I still have, as far as I know, fairly slow internet. It was megabits per second download and like 0.2 upload, but it's enough apparently.
Hmm.
So that's good.
Yeah, it'd be nice to play Gidget again.
Hmm. It has been a while, huh?
Yeah, way too long. She still doesn't really know snaps like at all. Just
True.
had the opportunity. Like last time, there's like an inn burning down, and Michael was
Yep.
dead, and
The mimic.
yeah, we knew it was coming.
I end my stream. So,
Okie dokie.
thanks for watching. If anyone watches this, just a fun one-off. But we'll see
I
you guys
had
next
so
Friday.
much stuff open too. It was crazy.